this is on the Gartenstein job, number 54215. I don't have an installer or a date yet. It's going to be sometime in mid-August, I believe. So what we're doing is, this is a multi-level house. Come down the stairs. We're replacing this furnace, replacing the coil, redoing lots of duct, placing the air conditioner with the heat pump. Okay, so the new furnace, so before I go there, we have a crawl space back behind here, right here. So the new furnace will sit 17¼ inches from the sheetrock wall. I marked it, it's hard to read the mark, but there and there. So in the return air we have 20 by 25 filter box and our boot. This is actually this front of the boot. The boot's going to point that way. So 12 by 21 to 25 by 20. It's really short, but it's just picking up the existing duct. So your cut line, I forgot the right cut line. Cut line's at that slip right there. There. Cut line right there. Cut line on the supply is right at this. So it's going to be 1 inch down from this seam. So pretty much just take it apart. I don't know how it's connected, but your slip will be right here. So I'm going to put just right. Cut right there. Oh, my marker's going bad. Okay, so this is a very difficult measure. We have a duct back here, comes out the back, and then we have this one as well. So to fit everything in here, the new furnace is actually going to sit right here. The existing duct comes off right here. So our coil comes to right here. I'm explaining this because it's going to be very tricky. So our coil comes here. The top of our 90 off the back can't be above here. That's why I made it a 9. Sorry, I haven't get to that page yet. So I gave you 2 views. So this is the back of the furnace. This is a side view. Geez, I need to slow down and just tell you slower. Okay, off the coil, we'll have piece number 2. And that's a straight piece of duct. I made it 11 inches. The top inch will be a slip. So on the bottom I made you a 9. A 9 by 16.5. So I made it outside clinch or 1/2 inch, So this here, the outside clinch will sit right tight against the coil. And that's as big as I can make it because we actually will hit the back of the roof. That goes like that if we go any higher. So careful on that one. So you'll have to do all this before you cover yourself because you won't be able to get to this later. You have a canvas, piece number 11, and I measured that 1 inch up from the existing so you can get a 12-inch pipe between here and our return air. That's all you have. So then I made it transition 1 inch to the existing. I'll have to show you your cut lines when I go in there because it's over the flex. That's one off the back of the furnace. One off the top of the furnace, that's where your cut line was, so just hook up this existing. The one on the side of the furnace, right now it has this 12-inch round. We're getting rid of this flex all the way to where it ties into the duct in the crawl space. And we're going to put a 9 by 18 outside clinch, and then we'll reduce it to 11 and 7/8. I gave you a little 2-inch starting collar for that as well. And then you'll convert it to 12-inch round pipe and an offset back, down, over. Then you're going to cut through the sheetrock wall. And then I have this here squared around to a hard 90 to the existing duct. And I'll show you where the cut line is on that one. That's just my scratches. So right here, I just made you an extra piece of 12-inch duct, just in case, because I couldn't really get back here to measure. I think I got it exact, but better safe than sorry, because you have to do this before you do anything else. So if you have to use this and cut it down to fit somewhere, that's what that's for. Okay. Okay, so off the top of this duct here, right here, we're going to add an 8-inch round, come up a couple feet and 90 and tap into the sheetrock wall. So it's going to come up right here, and you have to work with these together because I know you're going to have a 12-inch right here, and this one's coming up at 90. You know, if you need to take it back there and come this way and tap it into the wall, that's probably fine too. If you take it from back there, if it won't fit here, but otherwise the scope says take it up right here and up a couple feet, tap it into the wall. And we'll add a 16 by 8 flat grill, just as low as we can get it here. Yeah, I know our 12-inch is coming down as well, but we'll just have to get it all in there somehow. Okay, so let's go down below. I'll show you the cut lines. So the cut line on this one, that's the duct that goes up to the closet, that's hooked to the 12-inch flex. That one, the cut line is right here, right at the same as the wood. So I wrote on the wall here, that's where I believe your 12-inch round's gonna go through. And it'll go through straight right there, and it should go right over the return air duct and under that other duct. 12-inch round. So the other cut line is back here, back up behind the return air over this flex. So that first one is not the cut line. The cut line is the second one right there. So you're gonna have to do all this, you know, rip the flex out and do all this. Before you put the flex in. But that other duct is just 8x14 and it just has a bunch of heat runs on it. So we'll connect back onto that. So the other return air, while I'm down here, on the scope, Lance has to take a return air off the back and run it kind of joist base. I talked to Lance and he didn't realize they had this return air off the back already. So we're just gonna leave this return air because it's still working there. It's just blocked. So I'll show you what we're gonna do up there. Oh, while I'm down here, so we're gonna, the drain, we have a condensate pump. We're gonna have to install the condensate pump back here in the crawl space where we can. And then I gave you a pump. Right now it just drains that tube and it drains way out there. It dug a hole in the back corner. But we are going to pump it over, in that ABS, there's a 3-inch plug on top of it. So we'll drill a hole and put a 3/8-inch Bromic plastic piece, threaded by barbed, and pump our unit into the top of that plug over there. Okay. So when you get in here, I noticed they have all these dampers in here. Just look in there and make sure all these dampers are actually open, because they don't have any, you can't tell if they're open or closed. So just make sure they're all open. Yeah, all of them look like they have dampers in them. Okay. We're replacing this flex with hard pipe, by the way. The 12-inch flex to that stuff going up the hall closet. Okay. Let's get out of the crawl space. Okay, I'll show you what you're going to do with the other return air. So that return air I just showed you, it's actually behind the couch and it's blocked back here. So we're going to leave that there, but we're going to use the same chase and we're going to add I think it was a 30x8 baseboard grill on the other side of it. So we have return air up here because that's blocked by the couch. Okay. So combustion air, not applicable. Your vent, you're going to run 2-inch PVC up through the existing flue. So you will need to get rid of this T, but then I think you can just run up your PVC through the middle. I talked to Lance, and he said rather than take the flue apart on top and put a new flashing and all that on, that I can just make a cap to go over the 6-inch B vent with a 3.5-inch hole cut on top and put our concentric through that. Then I'll just make a rain guard to put over the top of the cap so it sheds the water off of that. And he said that was fine, so we shouldn't have to get in the attic for anything. Okay. So watch your 90s. We're working 2-inch, just I give you 890s and 645s. I'm hoping you can use 390s on each and just a 45 in the attic, but I'll give you a few more just in case you need to do something special. So on the gas, you're going to remove the caulk, add a 3/4 by half reducer, a 2, a caulk. They give you a 2 and a 90 and a 2. Flex. And out of the furnace, you're going to have a close, up, over, 14, then a T with a drip leg, flex. And that's all right there. AC I'll go over in a minute. The drain. So I already went over that. Yeah. So on the power, I gave you a a combo switch, so you can plug your condensate pump into that. Okay. Thermostat, you're going to put on an S40 thermostat. So I went over both return airs already. Okay, so on the AC, you are going to flush this existing 3/4 inch line. Obviously our new coil will come in the front. So so I'm not putting a drain pan or a coil overflow safety on it just because we have this drain right here, but they don't want to use that, but it'll be fine for, safety. Okay. So let's go out to the air conditioner. Okay, we do have this basement entrance, I just noticed. Haven't seen the inside yet, but it's there. Okay, so the AC, we're going to replace all the Rubitex out here. So I'll order you 12 feet of 3/4 inch Rubitex. Going to put on a new big pad for our unit. And this power, it's tied in directly to the hot. This is a 50 amp breaker in here. Going to reuse the existing disconnect, but we will change this breaker, and you just do this from a 50 to I wrote it down. I think it's a 30 amp. And that's a Cutler hammer. Otherwise, get rid of the filter dryer, of course, and seal up this hole a little bit better with silicone. You are going to need to run a new wire to the AC. You know what? I just realized these lines come above the window. Crawl space. Is another level? Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, pull a new wire. Looks like it's almost a direct shot. To the furnace room. Okay. Okay, I think that's about it.